What's up guys, it's the Dog here and this is the Hogg to Dog update. It's Tuesday the 11th of December and over the last 10 days I have lost 1 kilo. So my body weight is at 86.5 kilos. It's been a bit of a slow start to the weight loss, but nonetheless it has been a step in the right direction. I think the main reason for the lack of progress has been my diet. I've not been vegan this week like I said I wanted to be. I've eaten pizza and cookies on numerous occasions. I find the diet to be an emotional thing, so when I'm stressed or tired I tend to react to these emotional impulses by thinking, oh yeah, some pizza or some cookies will make me feel really good now. For example, last Wednesday I tried to go to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I left here at 5:25 in the evening. It took me an hour to get to the Jiu-Jitsu class, so the class was 25 minutes in when I got there and I wasn't allowed to do it. Driving through standstill traffic, and then I went to pick up some friends from their flat again, another hour in the car. Basically got home at 8 o'clock, had pretty much driven the whole time, and I was feeling pretty stressed and I just thought, you know, fuck it, I'll have a pizza. Got a pizza and a cheesy garlic bread, and, you know, I'm thinking, oh yeah, this would be really nice, this will make me feel better. Of course, it's a very short-term, you know, solution to my stress. So I eat the pizza, I get the immediate short-term, oh yeah, this is really tasty. And then pretty much 5 to 10 minutes after, I'm thinking, why have I just done that? And the stress is back and I don't feel any better. So moving forward, I think it's crucial to try and find ways other than, you know, these external sources of gratification and validation to make myself feel better. I think something that I've realised over the last couple of months is that the only thing that brings me peace and happiness is from within myself. You know, I find myself happiest when I'm doing something that makes me feel good rather than eating something or getting likes on Facebook, or, you know, somebody tells me that what they think I'm doing in my life is really good. You know, that is nice and those things are nice, but it doesn't bring me any true happiness or true lasting peace. And I think moving forward, when I'm thinking about, you know, ordering pizza, smoking a cigarette, smoking weed, you know, doing any of these things, I think it's crucial to remember that these are just, if I'm doing this because I'm seeking some sort of relief or validation, I think that these are just destructive behaviours. If I'm doing it because I fancy it and it's, you know, oh yeah, it's a nice, I've lost 5 kilos over the last month and I'm feeling really great about that, I might have a vegan pizza or I might have some vegan brownies or etc, etc, you know, I think that's okay. But when it's reacting on an impulse, an emotional impulse, I think you've got to be really careful, and I think that's when behaviours are destructive. Another failure this week has been smoking ciggies. And yeah, similar to the sort of food thing, I'm at work and I'm just thinking, oh yeah, I'll go out for a fag break, or coincidentally, the same evening that I got the pizza and was feeling stressed about driving, I also smoked my first cigarette for a week, you know, and again, similar to the pizza, I smoke it and then because I'm addicted to it, I want another one and then I feel, you know, not good about myself. I've got a cold now, pretty certain that's because I've been smoking all weekend. My voice hurts, my mouth feels raw. Yeah, so interestingly, neither of the ciggies or the food makes me feel better in the long run. And even right after I do it, you know, I often now self-reflect pretty quickly and think, wow, that was really silly. And as I said before, I think it's just a learning process to realise that these things that I look for validation from externally rarely, if at all, bring me happiness. And if I'm doing anything for that reason, I think it's important to realise while I'm doing it, if not try and realise when I'm making the decision to do it, that this isn't going to make me happy. On the other hand, I haven't smoked weed for 15 days now and I feel really good about that. I have more energy, more clarity of thought and more motivation to crack on with doing the positive things in my life, like making this video series, exercising, playing music, getting my content out there. and I think that's been a really positive thing. So I'm really happy about not smoking weed, and I can see myself cracking on with that. You know, I've said that likewise with the having a pizza every once in a while. I think once I've, you know, done 2 months clear, I said February would be the first time that I'd be willing to smoke a bit of weed. I'm feeling good about that, and I don't think there'll be any need for that moving forward. While this week hasn't been a total success, I'm still feeling pretty positive. I've taken the first step, you know, the first kilo off my body weight, so that is a positive thing. And also, you know, I've not smoked weed. And I think I'm trying to make some pretty big changes in my life to stop smoking cigarettes, stop smoking weed, go vegan, intermittent fasting. And I think it's important when you're doing these things not to beat yourself up when you don't hit your goals. Obviously, that's not to say I'm feeling, you know, like I don't need to progress further, like I don't need to put more effort in this week. But I'm conscious that the only person that I'm trying to be is the person that I was yesterday. And I think that's really important to recognise whenever you're trying to take on something like this. Thank you if you've watched. I really appreciate all of your support. Updates from now on will be on every Monday. If you haven't checked out any of my other videos, please crack on and have a look. It will be more informative than just this update. Also, check out Dogg and Co. We've got new content coming out. We review the episodes of Vikings every week. We also are producing music, and further to that, check out the Mush People. Finally, if you haven't clicked subscribe already, click subscribe. I really appreciate all of the support, and yeah, peace and love to all of you guys. Thank you so much.